Good afternoon, Cookie Criminals. It's Riley from Cookie Crimes. This video is the assembly instructions for our annual gingerbread house. There's two versions of the gingerbread house. There's like a castle keep, and then there's a deluxe version. So this video is going to be for the regular version. The deluxe will come in a separate video. If you happen to be viewing this on TikTok, there's a little full screen button just below the video. If you hit that, it'll be a bit more comfortable, a bit bigger for you to view. I'm not going to video it twice to satisfy everybody's format. So with that in mind, let's get started. Starting off with a few things that you're going to need: some tin foil, a mixing bowl, and a whisk. A narrow, kind of taller cup will be helpful. I would highly recommend a dishcloth for tidying up. And you're going to need something to support your gingerbread house. A flipped over cookie sheet would work, but I would recommend at least these dimensions for supporting your gingerbread house. Here are the pieces organized on a cookie sheet. You'll see I have stacks of 4 in some cases, 2 over there. Just kind of organize your pieces so they match this. It'll make it a lot easier. Your kit will also come with a piping bag and a powdered sugar concoction for your glue. Oh, and missing from here is a 3D printed scoop. I'm going to be throwing one of those in every kit. It'll have the perfect measurement of water, so you don't have to do any measuring. Now, before I get too deep into this, I have to remind you, this is supposed to be fun. And building gingerbread houses is not a perfect art. It can be very challenging. Things can fall apart on you, and it can be very easy to get grumpy, at least for me. So look at your loved one that you're doing this with, give them a hug. You love each other. You're going to have fun today, right? And if you aren't having fun, take a break. It's okay. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to get your base for your gingerbread house, and you're going to wrap it in tin foil or however you'd like to do it. Wrapping paper would be kind of cool. Just something sturdy to start building upon. Here we are. I just threw a little bit of tape on the back, keep it secure. If you have the 3D printed spoon, it should be measured exactly for you. You just have to fill it up and pour it in. And it does not seem like a lot of water. That's it. That's all it takes. But we're going to mix this up, and it's going to be like a toothpaste kind of consistency. Okay, so I gave up on the whisk because it was just making a mess. So I've just got a little spatula here that I'm just kind of pressing into to get all the lumps broken up. And you can see just how thick this icing is. That's what you want. If it's thinner than this, you're not going to be able to assemble as you go. You're going to have to wait between each step and just let it harden before continuing. Next up, you're going to get yourself your tall cup and your piping bag, and just put the pointed end into the bottom of the bag. And this side opens up, and you're going to pull it open over the lip of the cup. Okay? This is at least how Diana teaches me to fill piping bags. So here you go. And then we're going to spoon this icing as far down into the tip of that bag as we can. Now, once it's in the piping bag, it's protected. So you don't have to worry about your icing hardening up too much on you. Basically just pull it out of the bag, and then you can twist the top and just start squeezing it down into the tip. Okay, I just snipped off the tip. You only want about 1/4 of an inch of an opening here, so pretty small. This is all the icing you have, so if you spend it, you're going to have to make more somehow. We're going to start with building towers. So we have a couple of rectangles that are just plain. And there's wide ones and there's narrow ones. You're going to get 2 of each. and this will actually build the base of a tower. So let's flip over the large ones, and we'll put a bead of icing down each side like this. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the narrower piece and we're going to stand it up. And so you want to kind of press it, and sometimes I do a little bit of a smearing motion to kind of get it really worked in there. And it might actually be easier to do this standing, because you want it to register flat. So let's do that. Okay. And then a wide one like this. And it should be roughly square shaped. But I did design it to be a little oblong. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? So from here, you're going to want to decide which face do you want facing the front. So I'm going to go with this side here, and I'm going to set this tower over here, and I'm going to build a second one over here. So there's our two tower bases built. We're going to build a platform on top of these, and then we're going to have some cool crenellations on the top. But first, let's just let this sit, and we're going to switch gears to the wall that bridges these two towers together. To accomplish that, we're going to put a bead of icing kind of below the crenellations, and then we're going to put this platform in place between these two walls, so it'll have a little bit of a floor or a roof. Just a nice thick bead along here, and you want them to match. So a nice bead there too. Try and keep it straight. Here we go. And then we are going to put this piece in between with the nice side up. So I think to do this, I'm going to stand it on its side. I'm going to press into the icing, much like I did with the tower. And we're just going to sandwich this. So it's going to be like a funny shaped letter H. All right. Now we're going to want to give this some time to sit. Next, we're going to generously put icing along the lip of the wall. You should put a good amount, nice thick amount, because you're going to press this into your tower. And we're going to repeat on the other side. Now, I did say let it sit. It should be able to hold its shape when you pick it up. Oh, not like that. We're going to press it into the side of the tower. Make sure everything's nice and straight. Next, we're going to put icing along the top of the towers, and we're going to place a platform on it. Keep in mind that gingerbread does kind of shift a little bit when it's baked. I do 3D model everything, but sometimes the cookies have a bit of imperfection to them. So you just kind of going to go with it. That's why the icing fills in the gaps. Okay, so there we go. And then this roof piece just goes on top, just like that. And there should be an overhang because it's a tower. And then we're going to do that for the side too. Next, we're going to trace the outline of these platforms with icing as well. And then we're going to start putting walls on top of the platform. There's two different kinds of pieces. You'll notice one's wider than the other. There's also a wider side. So the wider ones go there, and then the narrower ones go there. The wide ones, you're going to want to put a bead of icing on the lip of it. So just like this, and on the other side as well. And then you put up two pieces at once. You press this one into here, and then that rests here. And just gently press it in, try and get everything standing up straight. And then we're going to repeat for all of the tower. Right? In she goes. Creating a box for your tower. And then we're going to do that for this side too. I'm going to try one at a time. I think that'll work a little better. If I can do this, you can do this. And that's a wrap. Your gingerbread house is now complete. All that's left is the fun part, which is decorating it. Included in your kit is a coupon to How Sweet. Feel free to support that family business as well. Then you're supporting two small businesses instead of just one. I want to thank you for taking a chance on us and buying our gingerbread kit. We are going to do one every year, and every year it's going to be something new and unique. Included in your kit, there should be a link somewhere to leave us some feedback. So if you had any challenges with your kit, we'd like to know, because we are getting better at what we do every year. So leave your feedback, and thanks for supporting local.